Hello, UpACreek. How's it going?
Hi. Hello, Soft. Hello, Romania. We're doing great. We're doing a lot of development right now, a lot of progress on our robot and working with the community. How are you?
We're fine, thank you. Let's get straight to the subject. First of all, we'd like to thank you for joining this initiative and in particular this interview. As you know, our countries are almost 6,000 miles apart, but through this interview we want to show that gracious professionalism can unite teenagers from all over the world. At first, this series only had guests from our country, but we wanted to go bigger. So here we are, speaking to you, UpACreek, members of the finalist alliance at FTC Fright Frenzy World Championship that season.
Yeah.
The first question we want to ask you today is something that every non-American competitor would like to know. How's the FTC World Championship experience? What's so special about it?
FTC World it's really cool. I think my favorite thing about First in general is that it's like a very supportive community, and like whether or not you're winning or losing, like everybody is always like super excited for you. And so I think that was like the coolest thing about being at World, was like seeing how many people are like in first and then like competing and like having all those people support you. And also just like meeting a lot of cool people. I mean, there were teams from like Australia and Romania and like Colorado and like the US, and there were a bunch of teams from like China, and I think there was a team from like Taiwan. Like it was just really cool to like see like the magnitude of First and FTC.
Wow, so cool. But what do you think about Romania? We have some common friends, as you may know. Your winning alliance captain was Delta Force. Surely you got in touch with some of our traditions and way of thinking.
Yeah, after Worlds, I really like cooking, so the Worlds with Delta Force really sparked my interest in Romanian food and cuisine, so I actually began looking into a lot of the recipes, and I personally actually have grown to really like Romanian cooking because the spices you guys use over there are some of my favorites, and there's a lot of really vegan-friendly options as well, making it really versatile food for almost any situation.
What's your favorite meal?
I really like cabbage rolls.
What?
Cabbage rolls?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Super cool. Another question for you. What do you think about this season's team? What are your thoughts about power play?
I think power play is definitely a really interesting game, because on one hand it's very simple. Like your robot's only completing one task. All you have to do is pick up a cone and place it on a junction. But it's done in such an interesting way that one challenge is completed in a lot of different scenarios. So you're going to have placing very near to where you are, or running across the field and placing it. And it'll be very interesting to see how a lot of robots handle the challenge of balancing scoring near to you and scoring in far away locations, even though it's the same basic game loop.
And the last question for you, but also the most special one. How did FTC influence your life? Did it change in any way? How does the future sound like for you, having all this experience in the STEM community?
I definitely went, as a new member to the FTC team this year, I definitely think that it's impacted the way I look at things, because whenever people ask me a question, sometimes they order relate it to something that happened at robotics, and it's always a nice experience to say that, oh, I can definitely help you out here, I know something about this due to my experience in FTC. And I also think that as a middle schooler, it's definitely useful. It's I think one, you can kind of add that to your list of things that you've completed in your life, and it's also another thing that's it makes you something proud that you put your effort into to see it compete on a field. It's amazing to see that in lifetimes, you know what I mean?
It's truly amazing what this community and this competition has changed our lives. It's just amazing. Thanks once again for participating. We wish you all good luck.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Yeah.
And sorry for being so late. We had some technical problems.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.